Okay. I'm sorry about that. Welcome back to No Man's Sky. My thoughts were elsewhere while this was loading. Anyway, so the update, I read the update, and apparently they added motorcycles. They increased the inventory of the exocraft, makes them a lot more useful, and you only have to build one exocraft station on the planet, and you can summon your exocraft, any kind of exocraft anywhere. So that's fantastic. They did that, and yeah, enriched carbon. I should have played this sooner, but I didn't. But I'm here now. Earlier today, I should say. I was planning on playing this earlier today, but now I'm here, so... Huh, I thought I already did that. Well, I'm gonna do that now. But there are other stuff, let's see. They want circuit boards. Harvest frost warts. For that I need frost crystals. That's not the computer, here it is. Found addition of every technology modules, constructing proceeding smoothly, copying data too. Oh, I see. But I already knew that blueprint. Oh, so I see. I could have gotten it that way instead of doing it with the... It's kind of annoying that you have to... I charged this before. Now I know what he's talking about, how it kind of messed up there. No, I get it. I can build those, but I'm not going to build those for a while. Actually, right. Let me just do this, might as well. That already did this, but alright. It's already broken into. Okay, that was the mission agent one. But yeah, the update adds a motorcycle exocraft. So that's number 4. And it adds like higher capacity. Like I said, the pad, that's very useful because I used to carry quite a few of those crafts. And I used to, it was kind of annoying because I either had to use the exocraft for the ship but not both, because otherwise I'd constantly have to jump. I mean, I constantly have to like either go back to the pad if I wanted to use the vehicle again. And I wasted a lot of time because it's a lot faster to use a shuttle. Of course the cost was fuel and carbon. I guess you used to use less fuel, I think, on the exocraft before the next update. But then with the next update, the craft used a lot more because some kind of glitch. It might have been a glitch. I don't know. It might have been how it's supposed to be. I think it was glitchy. Because I continued to know the old survival save, and so because I used up so much fuel, I realized that this ship would have been better to use. So I started doing that. I don't know where my freighter is. But now it might be useful. It's probably useful to use the exocraft again. Probably fix that problem. Cause I had boost installed and it was old technology, and I boosted. And once I boosted and started the boosting running regularly, when you boost, you use 3 times the consumable of power, your fuel, 3 times the fuel. And I kept continuously using 3 times the fuel as I was continuously running with the ship. So I found that annoying. One of my ships got damaged. Then starships. Actually, I need to make the material for a pulse splitter, so let me send this to my exosuit. Though I should do this. This is kind of annoying. Well, I'm not in a rush, I have time. I got almost 4 hours until the new day, so. Then again, I'm not sure how the missions work, whether if I log in tomorrow, earlier on, I get no missions, or am I out of luck? that's the case, I gotta be consistent in the time that I play this game. For the frigate missions. Why is it like this? This is annoying. No, this is torture. Bright idea was it to make it like this? So there were two motivating factors for me to build a base finally. Though I'm glad I found that Earth-like planet. One was the blueprints for the other material, which in the end required so much things to do that it was practically not worth it. So I sold a bunch of cryo pumps instead of making cryogenic chambers. The other ones might be worth it though, and especially if there's something beyond that. And to get the big refinery, so I can make this resource for a pulse splitter, and sort of a third but secondary motivation was the exosuit crafts, which I can actually store stuff in them if I really needed to. Which, considering the amount of optional stuff you could do to store stuff, pretty good. Actually, I still think I should build storage containers on my ship. The ones that you could build on the base on my freighter. The problem is that I'm not going to keep the freighter I have, so doing all of that might be might be kind of pointless. This is why I haven't built it yet. I don't really need it. I can just, as part of the thing that's using up so much space is because of the end product of the cryogenic chamber that was holding, and that cryogenic cryo pumps that I could just sell, you know. It's better to focus on one and not have all of them, just sell the other one. So I'm gonna keep the fusion accelerant. I might sell the superconductors, but I'm gonna keep it for now. I don't know why this is the maximum they can hold is 5. It's kind of annoying. I was gonna process this when I do other stuff, but man. It's nice that it only takes like 2 seconds or 2.5 or almost 3 seconds, but yeah, it takes 3 seconds to make. But still, it's really annoying that I constantly have to transfer it, because transferring costs me another 3 seconds. 2 or 3 seconds. Anyway. Oh, this is the industrial. Fusion accelerant, that's nice. Units activated Indian. Units, casings, yeah. Another 10? Okay, where did they get this one? But I'm not complaining, that's nice. I gotta get rid of some stuff. So I'm gonna reduce each of these to 200. And the reason why I want to do that is so I can put in some more there on each. Actually, I think that's enough. No, not really. 50 more, I guess. Since it's gonna be a while till I get an S-Class multi-tool, I'm just gonna make the pulse splitter now, finally. I wanted a pulse splitter a long time ago. Don't remember exactly when. I mean, not that long ago, but yeah. But the shotgun proved to be very useful, especially against proved more useful against the walkers than I realized. You really don't need a pulse splitter. You can use a shotgun, a scatter blaster, I think it's called. Just install some modules on it, like a few A classes or S classes, and you're good. I installed A class modules on my scatter blaster because I found those A class. I think I might have bought one, but I found most of them and I installed them and used them. And since technically it's an A class multi-tool, kind of makes sense. Can add more. Yeah, no, it's invalid. the reason I'm doing this. Trade vessel. I want the... I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the one. Or maybe not. It might not be this one. Because there are two balanced ones. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I was afraid of that. Damn. Oh. Oh. What? I didn't know this. But why am I carrying it then? Jeez. Regular cadmium as well. Damn, I have too much of that. I have to just straight up sell it. Cryo pumps. I think I'm just gonna sell all my cryo pumps. Just keep one. Yeah, definitely gonna sell these two. All those mining beams. I'm going the wrong way. This one specifically, this is the S class. I know there's another balanced one, and this is the one that I said non-balanced. Why am I getting so many chlorine? Why? Units, India, activated copper, units, daggers. Why so many daggers? Granite. I knew I was gonna get that resource eventually. This is why I kept so many of them. What the hell was that called again? The freaking Mango gold or something is weird. I figured I would get another one of these. Interesting. Oh, I don't have ionized cobalt. That can be solved. It uses up quite a bit of this. That's pretty much why I kept it, to make these. I mean, I still have a lot of them. Or you still have a lot of them. One of my industrials needs to be repaired, so I won't be able to send it out right away until the new expeditions. I know there would be another balanced one. Okay. It seems only... Oh, that's right, I only sent 2 industrials. I can't even send the other industrial. Either it was destroyed, or... My ships are all colorful now. What? I don't remember them being so colorful before. combat, exploration, trade, support, industrial. Enjoy. I wish I could repair from the fleet management. It could be that I lost the ship. I count 1, 2, 3 industrials. Ah, nice. Superconductors. Units. Cubes, units. Fusion accelerant. Very nice. Very nice. This one was totally worth it. I mean, when you add up the superconductors and the fuel accelerant, it made me 9 mil plus the money it made me and otherwise. So when you this mission right here made me 10 mil. It was a short mission, but it made me 10 mil.
Hello, sir. What are you up to in this session today?
Well, same thing as I usually do. But actually, I shouldn't say that because usually my plans change while I'm in the middle of a session. Essentially, at the moment I just started this, so I'm trying to send frigates out on missions that I have, and to accept what the frigates brought me. Of course, I have I have so much stuff. I barely have the capacity, so I have to sell a bunch of stuff. But the main goal is to do base missions and to try to make a circuit board so I can recruit the guy for the vehicles, for the exocrafts, and get exocrafts. So essentially they added a new exocraft and they increased the capacity of the exocrafts. So I'm going to focus on the base missions, which I had been neglecting for the past month. And of course, if I come across an S-class ship, I'll buy it, and that'd be nice. But I'm not holding my breath for the S-class. Oh look, finally, Nemesis of Clouds is now an S-class. I did like the name of that, Nemesis of Clouds. I gotta look at my support ship here. And making money, of course, but I make money two different ways. The way that I make money is the freighter missions that offer me some nice stuff. And the frigates. The frigates do the work while I'm away, while I'm not playing the game. See this one? That cryogenic chamber is worth 3.8 mil. So 3,800,000. probably set it for a little less than that, but just doing this mission, and this mission right here would only take me a few minutes. I pretty much accept it, go to the harvester, break in, download the data, and get the hell out of there, and rush back to my freighter. And they give me a cryogenic chamber. But first I want to look at my frigate fleet here. I don't think, let me think, I think none of the ships that I bought, my frigates, were S-class, so they ranked up to S-class. I think this one was either an A-class or an S-class, I forget, but the most I've bought was an A-class support, maybe. I think this might have been an S-class, I don't remember. And I may have bought 2 A-classes, but everything else was C-class or a B-class. Most of the frigates that I bought was C-classes, but I sent it on so many missions. See, this one I need to repair. This one got damaged on a mission. I hate repairing the industrial ones. So if you're relatively new to the game, or I don't know, but I find that the best frigates to buy are any frigates that say damage resistance, so you don't have to repair them as often.
Frigate thing. I've neglected this part so far. I was focusing on the base and primary storyline missions.
I did the opposite, because this is a new survival save. I had a previous survival save and I got somewhat in there, and then I got distracted and just did optional stuff. And this one I kind of knew what to do, so straight away I went to try to get a freighter. I ignored the base. In the previous one I built the base and ignored the freighter, so this one I got a freighter, and I got frigates, and then I think the frigates were new, that's why, with the next update. And so I started sending frigates, making money that way, and then I bought more frigates to make it so my frigate, when they came back, wasn't damaged, and I kept doing that and got a fleet of frigates. And you sent them out on missions like these guys, and when you're not playing the game, they're still out on the mission and they bring you back a lot of stuff. The only problem is that capacity. You want to have your backpack upgrade a lot, because you're gonna get so much stuff, you're constantly selling stuff. But doing the base is smart too, because it gives you access to that trade terminal, and you can just build it in the freighter, and you don't have to like leave the freighter, go to the space station, sell your stuff, and come back, which I've been doing. And I'm working on that. I need a circuit board for it. I need to make a circuit board. That means I need to go to a cold planet. I mean, I need to leave the system. So that's another thing I've been working on. Let's see. I wanted to check out Nemesis of Clouds. I like the name. None of these names I've changed. Those are the default names. The first ship I started with was this industrial, Pride of the Stars. It was a C-class, and it was kind of crappy. It constantly, I sent it on missions. I had to repair it so often. I was so annoyed at it, but now it hardly gets damaged at all, so that's nice. I don't remember the last time I repaired this one. But let me check out this support here. Unregistered, aggressive, expedition, combat, expedition. See, these are good right here. The combat and trading is kind of pointless, but I shouldn't say pointless, but since these supports are jack of all trades, you really want to. I guess the best support, in my opinion, are expedition fuel cost reduction, like this one, and expedition duration. But the duration of the missions I don't worry about too much, and the reason for that is that the longer the mission, the more they find and the more stuff they bring back, and the more money you get. So I prefer that the missions take 20 hours, 24 hours, 27 hours. You're literally better off than if it's 9 hours, because then, because if it's 24 hours, you play the game once, you play the game again the next day, and you get new missions, and the frigate missions are done. So that's nice. The only catch is I have occasionally freezing problems, or I had. So with this current update, not so much, but before, I guess I had so much frigates that sometimes it froze my system. That said, they updated the frigates. They look different now. They're colorful now. I swear the frigates weren't this colorful before, like the last time I played it. So that's interesting. But anyway, trade. Support. This is damaged. Awaiting debriefing. I guess this is...
I need to start to focus on this part of the game. 4+ hours real-time turnaround is quite long. It is good to start as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you know, when you're not playing the game, it still counts. So let's say right now I send them out on, which I did. I just send them out on a mission that takes 24 hours. So I play the game. I'm gonna play this for probably 2 more hours or so, maybe a little more, depending. And then I stop playing. I'm not gonna play this again until tomorrow, because and you know, you only get 5 frigate missions a day, so you're better off with it being like long instead of short. Because if I send them out on a mission that takes 5 hours, and I play the game again, let's say early tomorrow, and the frigate missions are done, the problem is that I won't get any new frigate missions until later. So you're literally better off if it's 24 hours, since you only get 5 a day. And your frigate fleet doesn't need to be that large. I have like almost 30 ships, and that's good enough, but I do need like 1 more industrial, I think. Maybe another combat. You want to keep also when you want to keep 1 combat frigate near your freighter. Not so much to it's sort of to protect your freighter, but not really, because your freighter really isn't. You're never in a threat of losing your freighter. Nothing can really destroy it. But the reason why is that when you're attacked by pirates, one of your combat frigates, your most powerful one, comes and aids you. Like it warps right near you and then launches fighter ships. So that does help you in combat. Let's see, I'm gonna send this ship. I'm gonna send my trade. I can only send so many trades though.
Whoa. I didn't know that frigate help you in combat. That sounds cool. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah. From what I've been told, the support can help regenerate your shields, but I haven't seen that yet. Like if you're near a support near your freighter. But usually when I am attacked by pirates, I'm away from a freighter, so... And yeah. Supposedly, but I haven't seen that yet. But I know for sure that the combat vessel like warps near you, and then it starts helping you out. So you might want to keep one of your more powerful freighters, but I don't really find that an issue. The pirates aren't much of a threat to me anymore. I mean, I have a bunch of S-class shields and like the ejector, which is I guess spaceship shotgun. I could destroy them pretty quickly, and I have a bunch of sodium to regenerate my shields if needed. So the only thing is that those ships, those fighters that the frigates launch, don't do that much damage to the pirates. It depends, because I once was attacked by pirates near my freighter, and I had a bunch of combat frigates. Like most of my ships were near the freighter, and the pirates got destroyed really quickly. Before I knew what the hell was going on, I was like, wow, what the hell happened to the pirates? So it could be that I don't know, it could be that if you're closer to your frigates and you have a lot of combat vessels, all those fighters will just shred through the pirates. But if it's just 1 frigate, it probably won't destroy them that quickly. Depends, I guess. Now, I can send this one or this one. I don't think I have another trade. I think I had 2 balance, an industrial, a combat, and a trade. So it's... I think I'll send this one. Most of those trade vessels were C-class when I bought them. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff that I need to sell. That's not good at all. The combat patrol is only 5 hours. I don't like that. But it's fine, I guess. I'll send... I'll send these two. Sometimes it's better to... So you can only send 5 frigates per mission. And you have 5 frigate missions a day. So technically 25 would be sufficient. But you probably want more than that. Just in case.
Yes, your exashuate is packed to the roof. I can see that. Have you built the storage units in your base? You can get 50 additional slots through.
Yeah, I know I could do that. I have to actually build the storage on my base, but I just want to build it on the frigate, on the freighter, because I could do that. But at the same time, if I do that, I will have to rebuild all that stuff anyway, because I need a new freighter. I already built all the freighter storage on the freighter, so a lot of the stuff that I have on the sell. So it looks like I have no space for anything, but a lot of that it's for reward from the frigates, and I need to sell those. I'm just trying to send some more and use up some fuel. I think I could send another support. That's what I'll probably do, send this support. Oh, look at that. It's gonna cost even less fuel. Did you see this? This support right here reduces it so much that it uses up less fuel. If I were to get rid of this, look at that. If I were to get rid of this, it uses up 100 tons instead of 50. That's funny. That's you want extra supports more than the other ships, precisely for this kind of situation. So that's the combat. But yeah, I had to get rid of some stuff. Clearly. Oh, I know what to do. Let me just continue processing this. I keep tetracobalt because it's a more efficient way of storing ionized cobalt. Do this here. Take that sodium, among other stuff. it wouldn't be a problem if I had the circuit boards necessary to give to the construction guy so that I can make a trade thing inside the freighter, and then I could just sell a bunch of stuff I have instead of going to the space station. For now, I'm doing this, but after this, I'm going to a cold planet to harvest those frost crystals necessary to make, I think, either a heat capacitor or something else. And then I have to go through a process of making a bunch of stuff to create circuit boards. It's gonna be a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. I wanted to process something else. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, and the reason why I'm doing that is to free up space, but at the same time, this is worth more than these things individually. That's why I kept them. And I can make the other ones, even though I would rather not, because it uses up certain things that I would want to keep. But I think it's worth it. Especially since I had an extra ionized cobalt. I really don't want to use this or this, but it's fine. Of course, I can process this into the destabilized version, but I don't think I want to bother with that. Going through all this effort just to move some stuff. Just so I can free up space to finish, to debrief these frigates. This one, I think this one will require too much, but maybe I can debrief. Oh, there you go. I guess this wasn't a long one. Units, data, units, activated cadmium. See, this one wasn't very long and didn't reward me with much, but there was one that rewarded me with superconductors and like fusion accelerant. So each of those are worth 1.5 mil. So essentially, I made about 10 mil in one of those. It was a more difficult trade frigate mission. So now I can send them on this one. This one is balanced. I think I sent this one and see this ship right here. I'll show you. When I bought this ship, it had negatives. It had like red dots, which shows you a negative component or something. Like this one has. See this one? This one has a negative. But the negative can disappear over time. Just send them on enough missions, eventually it will disappear when they rank up. Like this one, let me see. This one, which is still a C class, had 2 negatives. But the reason why I bought it was because it had a holographic components, which is damage reduction. And so I decided to take a risk and buy it, even though it had 2 negatives. It turned out that it was a good idea because the negatives disappeared. Because I was wondering, are the negatives permanent? Do they disappear with time? I decided to take a risk and just keep sending them on missions, and you know. And it turned out that, yeah, the main reason I got it was because it had a really high industrial, and the negatives were for combat and like trade or exploration. I forget which. I think it was combat and trade. And since it was an industrial ship, I didn't care if it had negative combat and trade. But eventually those disappeared, as you can see. It's still a C class, but it has more stats than any of the industrials I have. And the reason for that is because it kept their stats kept increasing as I kept sending them more successful missions, I guess. Wow, the negatives were still there, and then eventually the negatives disappeared. But eventually this will rank up to an A and an S class, so that's fantastic. It's my best industrial ship. So that means I probably shouldn't send it on this balanced. Because that's 2 stars, I'm gonna want to send at least 3 industrials on that one. So this balanced, I'm just gonna send this ship.
What happened if I build up your freighter with rooms, then change the freighter itself because I find an S-Class one? I guess I need to reboot. Yeah,
you need to rebuild the rooms. Supposedly you get refunded with the resources, but I haven't seen the refunds, or maybe I haven't. I have to look that up actually, because I have so much resources I was never concerned with it, and I only upgraded my freighter once. But essentially I had to rebuild the rooms. So yeah. Let's see.
Room are cheap in general, I was just curious.
Yeah, they only really require silver and stuff. They're not that hard to get. It's still kind of annoying though. Oh, if you send your frigates on missions, right, and you get a new freighter and you have to rebuild the rooms, you don't have to worry about it. Your frigates are still on mission. All you have to do is build the command centers again, and the frigates automatically appear in the new command center, and yeah. And you can get the status report, so nothing changes. So that's nice. And the same applies to your storage. So if you store a bunch of stuff in the storage and you delete it, or you buy a new frigate or something and then you rebuild it, all your stored stuff is still in the storage. You don't have to move anything at all. So that's very convenient. Anyway, I'll send this one. I have another trade vessel. I guess I can send this one instead. But I'll send this one because it has higher industrial. Okay, that's actually good enough. I was actually kind of thinking of, because it's a balance, so I want one of each. Be nice if I could send another. This is why I need another industrial ship. I only have 4. I'd rather have 5. In the combat, I really need another combat as well. So I'm gonna buy another combat and another industrial, and after that, I'm gonna hold on for a bit. But let's see. I think that's good enough. Well, technically, I guess on this one as well. I sent a trade vessel with the other balance. I sent 4 trade vessels with the trade, so that's 5. And I got 2 trade vessels here. This one and this one. That means I have 7. I don't need to do this, but it helps rank up the ships. So I'll send it out 24 hours. The only catch is it takes longer because, well, yeah, when you're doing this, it makes it take longer. The other one I want to do is the industrial one. For that, I need to leave the ship and repair it, which is just as well because I don't have the capacity to hold anything more. Well, let me just pick this up. I gotta sell a bunch of stuff. Activated copper. And I spent enough time here, so my system seems more stable. I swear. I think the recent update made the game use up less memory, because I'm not in fear of anything freezing. Before I do that, before I forget, actually, since I'm right here, let me quickly autosave in case my game does freeze. I missed the last community event. I mean, I was curious what it was. I mean, I could have easily done it. I was there when the new community event popped up, but I kind of neglected it. Too busy messing around with the freighters, making money, and building a base. The reason I'm coming back here is for this. This is the second way I make a lot of money. This cryogenic chamber is worth a lot. And so essentially when you raid a planetary harvester, you land near it, you run to it, you blast the door open, you go there, you download the data, and you leave. You download the data quickly, as there's a timer. And you'll have 5, I guess you could call it 5 stars. And Sentinels are going to try to kill you, a walker will try to kill you. You just get in your ship and you leave. And then one Sentinel, you get 1 star in space and the Sentinel's after you. If your frigate is near the mission, though, you can rush to your freighter, and that's no problem. That said, before I even do that, I need to repair one of my industrial ships. It's somewhere here, I think. No, that's a pirate for a bounty. Here it is. I hate repairing the industrials, they're very annoying. All the other ships aren't nearly as annoying as the industrial. And I'll show you why. You're gonna see why soon. It doesn't want me to land there. What the hell is going on? Usually I have no problem landing. doesn't want me to land. I don't understand. Is this a new glitch that was introduced with the update? What is going on? Oh, wait. I know I completed the mission though. I don't understand what's going on. Actually, this is the world that I built my base on. In fact, my base is right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the objective here, go to my base and sell stuff. I'm just gonna do this mission really fast. I don't know why I can't land on my free. Maybe they changed the way you repair the frigates. We'll see. There you go. Oh yeah, so this is a world that I decided to build my base on. It's an Earth-like world. There's no temperature extremes at all. The only catch is the Sentinels hate me and trying to kill me. But that's, you know, it's hard to find an Earth-like world where the Sentinels aren't trying to kill you. They're in my face. This is bad. There you go. I broke in anyway. Get away. I have a timer where I have to break in here quickly. I hate when the Sentinels get in my face, because then I can't break down the door. Sometimes. There it is. Mission complete. It says mission failed when the data gets wiped, but you actually succeeded already. As long as you see the little check mark. And I pretty much ignore these guys, get in my ship. Usually at this point I fly into space to my frigate, but I'm going to my base. My base should be somewhere around here. There it is. I haven't had this base very long. The main reason I took so long to build a base wasn't because I didn't want to as so much as I wanted to find a nice world to build the base on. I didn't want it to be a toxic world, which is the world I started on. I didn't want it to be a radiation world. I didn't want it to be a hot world. The cold world I would have accepted if it was not that bad, because I kind of like the snowy atmosphere, the snowy biodome, the snowy, I guess, aesthetics. And I did build a temporary base on, I think it was a radiated world because I had to, or to be done with that annoying tutorial, which is helpful, you know, so. And I did build another one on a snowy world, but eventually I abandoned it because it was the extremes, temperature extremes were quite high. And you could barely see stuff occasionally when the snowstorm was hitting. So these things, I got these from frigate missions. Sometimes they're worth a lot, sometimes not. So you can see superconductors. I'm keeping the superconductors for now, and the fusion accelerant. But I'm selling the cryo pumps because I don't want to go through the effort to make it into a cryogenic chamber. I don't think it's worth it. The fusion accelerant combined with explosive can make a portable reactor, which is worth quite a bit. The cryogenic chamber of the three is worth the least. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff to sell actually, like this stuff I got from frigate missions. I'm keeping this because I can take this and make it into something else that's worth like 3 times more, or something like this, for example. I have yet to, even though I have a lot of money, I have yet to buy any S-Class because I haven't encountered them for now. Look how much I could get for this. You know how much I have of these? I have 1,000 of these in one of the storage units in the freighter, and I have another 1,000 in the other storage unit next to it. These can be converted to chromatic metal, but I don't really need chromatic metal anymore. I mean, there are certain, I guess, technologies you can make, but I was mostly using them for backpack upgrades and when you find drop pods, but now I'm max on those. So I'm gonna sell all these, because I keep getting more and more and more every time I do frigate missions, so I'm just gonna sell them. Same thing with these. Activated copper doesn't seem to be worth that much. I guess I turned this into the chromatic metal, which I also have a lot of. But I don't get rid of these because I can use them to repair components on my ships. All my ships that I have, the small ones, the fighters that I can control, they are all, I found all of them. They were all damaged, and I repaired the one that I'm using completely and a few others. But I still have a bunch of stuff to repair. The semiconductors I keep to make into superconductors. Let's see. This, I just made this so I can make the pulse splitter finally. These I sell, I don't need these. I have a lot of activated, but I'm keeping it for now. I don't know why I'm keeping this, but I'm gonna keep it for now. It looks like I'm desperately running out of space, but I have a hauler. I have 3 haulers actually that I found, but I have one hauler that's pretty much, I repaired most of the components, and I can send a lot of stuff there. I don't, because most of this stuff, a lot of the stuff that I have I want to sell. Let me see. I'm gonna convert this. I'm holding on to these for now because I can turn the superconductors into, let's see if I can find it, into processing, into quantum processors. These are the ones that are worth the most. And I just need circuit boards. Making circuit boards might be annoying. That's why I need farms and anything to make stuff. And these I can make into the fusion accelerant. I can make into explosives. I mean, into a portable reactor with liquid explosives. And the cryo pumps I can turn into cryogenic chambers, but those are worth less and are just as annoying. So I'm just gonna sell the cryo pumps I have, because I have to make the lubricant and the living glass. Though I can buy the living glass here. Gamma roots. If I can plant the gamma roots, maybe it'll be worth it. For this, I need heat capacitors and polyfiber. Star bulbs I can find on this world. Cactus I have to find on a desert world, I think. And the heat capacitors. Solium. So I have to go to get frost crystals, and collect a bunch of solium in a hot world. The frost crystals I can pretty much, I need frost crystals to make a plant that produces frost crystals on my farm that I recently built. So yeah. this thing I'm holding on to. Wait. Oh, I see. That I probably should install. But if I'm gonna install it, I should install it here because I find this not to be very useful. I should get rid of this and install it there. I'll do that later though. So yeah, this I'm gonna sell this, I'm gonna sell that, all that, this. I'll probably sell this I'll eventually sell. I'll sell that. I'm gonna keep this and the hot ice because those are I need, and these I need to make fusion accelerants. I just need organic catalyst, which is the harder one to find. Unfortunately, my freighter only has 19 slots. I need a better one. But I freed up enough space that I can finish the other mission. And yeah. What does the scientist want from me? I think I completed the scientist mission and the armor. The agriculturalist wants frost crystals. Or I need frost crystals for him. But yeah, as you can see, this is a nice, look at the weather on this planet. It says refreshing breeze. The only thing I regret is not changing the name of the planet. Because I kind of accidentally uploaded what I was thinking of. What should I name the planet? If I had known, I would have named it something like Terra Nova or something. Or Nuar for...
Yes,
the only problem is the Sentinels are hostage.
Has only 19 slots.
Yeah. The only problem is the Sentinels are hostile on this world, but if I find another, and it's green, so it isn't just I guess Garden World or Paradise World. It's very Earth-like. It's green. If I find another green world where the Sentinels aren't trying to kill me, that doesn't have temperature extremes, I'll probably move my base there. Call that one Terra Nova. Only problem is, from what I understand, is that once you leave the galaxy, you lose your base from the previous galaxy. I don't know if you can ever go back. See if I can land now. Usually, I don't know what's going on. Usually, oh, there it is. I guess it just glitched on me. Interloper Captain, we cannot bring your glory in battle. We cannot bring you glory in battle, for our ship is weak and flimsy.
When you change galaxy, your base is gone. And you can't come back.
That's sad. We can't bring your glory in battle, for our ship is weak and flimsy. Allow us to serve you, repair our damaged craft. I mean, I guess there's a limitation to the game, because the galaxies are so large. I hope all your discovery stays there. I'm pretty sure it does. But it's fine. I actually have another survival save, but I don't think that was gonna mean anything really. That other survival save I don't really use. But in that survival save, I pretty much did all the missions except for the agricultural one for the base. But I don't even have a freighter on that one. Or maybe I do, but it's a very basic one. And I don't have a lot of technology. Why did I go here? I jumped on the wrong one. See, this is what I mean about this annoying freighter, this frigate. The industrial frigates, to repair them are really annoying because there's a bunch of ladders you have to climb. You could risk it by boosting and trying to land on it, but you might die if you fall into the vacuum. Apparently, if that happens, they updated before you just died. But apparently they updated it so that if you fall into the vacuum of space, you don't lose anything in your backpack capacity. Though...
Yes, Discovery stays under your name. I've even jumped into 2 systems lately, which was discovered by other players.
Yeah, I've done that with the community events. The great thing about that is that, you know, since all the animals are already discovered, you don't have to hunt for them, and you get the nanites right away. You can upload them and get a lot of nanites just for going to the community event. It's one of the reasons why I regret not doing the community event last week. That's one component. Like I said, the industrials are the most annoying to repair. Because you have to climb. The shortcut is to take the risk and boost to the other one. But you can fall. But they updated that so you don't lose your stuff, and if you're playing permadeath mode, you don't lose anything either. Like, you don't actually lose it. So in permadeath mode, if you die, you lose your save. But if you were to like jump off a frigate.
Do you get the zoology of someone before you have discovered every animal on the planet? I am having hard time to progress on zoology me.
Yes, you do. It's actually, I don't know if they updated it and changed that, but I noticed that in the first community event, people already discovered the species, so I couldn't discover them, but I noticed that I can upload them, and I got the zoology. I got like 3 of them out of there. I had like 7. I think I already had 7 out of 10, and I ended up getting the last 3 that way, and it was great, and it was quick. And then I got that the last zoology rank 10 and got that trophy. But yeah, it was actually very convenient. I think you can still do it. So if you go to the community event and go to all the planets at the community event, the other guys would have already discovered everything. Especially if you don't do it right away. Like, say you do the community event a day after it's announced, or 2 days or something, you'd probably be able to all the species will probably be discovered by then. See, this is what I mean. Either I could climb back down and do it, or I can risk it and boost. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, I should not have risked it. I'm getting a bit of frame rate issues here. Okay, let me not do that. I think it was here. I can't see it now. And I think it's because my frigates are on mission and they are encountering stuff. Oh no, it was the one next to it.
Just another great suggestions, thank you. I'll try the community even then.
Yep, I do recommend it. And you get Quicksilver, which you can buy on like decorations. I think I'd rather take it safe. One thing, it's nice. I mean, it's kind of it can be kind of annoying that you have to land on your frigate to repair it instead of giving them the resource for them to do it themselves. But it's nice that it gives you a nice view. I mean, I've taken some pics which I forgot to upload actually. I mean, I can see my frigate from my freighter from here, and on some of the frigates that I have left. So that's nice. That said, once you start owning a lot of frigates, you'll start getting some frame rate issues occasionally. I think it's due to the memory usage. I think this is the only frigate you really have to climb a lot of stuff in order to repair.
Yes, the game's graphics are outstanding. This is no exception.
Yeah. And I like how they're still working on the game. And it isn't just fixes, it's also like updates. Like, they've improved the Exo's craft, they added another one. They made it so that you can build one of those Exo craft stations. I think it's a special one where you can summon all the Exo craft you want, and that you have unlimited range on the planet. You can summon it anywhere as long as you build it someplace on the planet, and that's very convenient.
Your frame rate is good, I think. I play on PC, that is even worse despite I have pretty strong hardware.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, the frame rate isn't so bad now at the moment, but it can be pretty bad. But it's solved. There's an easy way of solving it. There are two ways. You can either shut the system down and restart it. For me, I'm on the PlayStation 4 Pro at the moment, or I can reload the autosave, and it also fixes up the frame rate issue. So since I'm streaming at the moment, what I do is that I wouldn't just shut it down. I would just go to my ship here, get in, get out. Not on a frigate, because it doesn't autosave when you're on a frigate. It only autosaves in space if you're on your freighter. But I do that, right? Get in, get out, autosave, then just reload the autosave. And it takes a minute, but that fixes the issue. But it does use up a lot of, I don't know, maybe it uses up a lot of memory. So there was a with the recent update, they reduced the amount of memory usage, or so I read that something like that. So that might help. But I haven't crashed I haven't frozen in a while with the new update. Because when it starts getting a bit laggy like now, that's when you have to worry about my game freezing here. Like right now, so I'm gonna take it easy, especially since I have to turn in this mission. One of the problems if your game freezes, crashes, or you stop playing the game, your freighter missions disappear. So I won't get credit for this. Cryogenic chamber. The cryogenic chamber, as you can see, is worth 3.8 million. You take a cryo pump with living glass, but making living glass is annoying. Okay, so this is kind of glitched. Sometimes this happens. I just finish this mission. It won't disappear. So all I have to do is reload the save, and that will fix it. And it will also fix my frame rate issues. As you can see, the frame rate issue is getting quite bad. But now I have to reload the save. Just gonna get in my ship. I'm walking slowly because if I run, I might freeze my system. That's my Explorer class, but most of my ships suck except for this one. This ship right here, this is a shuttle, so it has the least capacity of any other ships, but it uses up less fuel. This one has the max slots. It's an A class though, not an S class, but the other ones don't, and all the other ones I'm gonna get rid of. But it's actually worth repairing the slots if you find them and they're like damaged, because it makes it worth more. So I'm just gonna reload my autosave. It'll take a minute, but all the frame rate issues will be solved.
How can you rid a ship you bought and available on the freighter?
Can I get rid of it? Yes. Well, essentially what I can do, as you can see, that solved the issue. Mostly. But these ships I have here, I can't sell it, but I can trade it for another ship. Holding quite a bit of tetra cobalt, I change it to ionized cobalt or I sell it. I fully repaired this ship. This ship has not fully repaired. I have like 3 haulers. The haulers are worth more. Actually, I only need to repair these 2. I have quite a few toxic protections module S-class. As you can see, I have a lot of these. This one's holding oxygen, interesting. I must have wanted a free space up. This is I think this is a Viking hauler. I don't like this hauler. It takes up too much space. It's too wide. You know? I prefer the Gek haulers because their wings are up as opposed to the side. I think the Gek haulers are the best. See, this one I almost fully repaired. I also only need that. It's also holding me quite a bit of tetra cobalt. At the beginning of the game, when I started playing it, I started collecting a lot of them. Because I knew I needed ionized cobalt for the, backpack upgrades. See, this is the Gek one. I prefer the Gek ones. This one is full of stuff. I need to repair these. Look at that. This one I'll sell. This is the one that I'll sell the least, or the last one. It's not the most valuable one, but it's because I guess most of my stuff is here. This one is full of stuff. Look at that. S-class underwater. The reason why I have these there is because I already have one of each. You really only need one of each, and I have no use for them. So I have a friend or two who plan on getting the game,
boy,
like 2 or 3 friends.
Ton of stuff stored around. Stunning.
Yeah, I have a few friends who are planning on getting the game eventually, so I just give them these. I can dismantle them too and get technology modules, but I don't really need it. I can buy technology modules. But I might do that with some. Eventually I'll have too many of these. So, oh yeah, I haven't showed you the storage units. This is a fighter I found. This one I probably won't repair. This one I'm not gonna repair. The haulers are worth repairing because they're worth quite a bit of money. But I don't think these are worth repairing. This fighter isn't worth much. The Explorer I repaired because I was going to use the Explorer, but then I thought to myself I should just buy an S-Class Explorer and really deck it out, When I get an S-Class Explorer with the max slots, I'm not going to use this ship much anymore. I'll use up more fuel when I'm taking off, but it'll be more efficient, and it has more cargo capacity than this. Same applies to a fighter. But the crash ships, in my opinion, the ones that are really worth repairing are the haulers, because this one's only 14 mil, but this one supposedly is worth 40 mil, and that one is worth 30 mil, which was a lot at the time when I found them. But now that I have like so much money, it's not worth as much. Let me just finish this one here. Debriefing. That's right, inventory. I forgot to switch the ships back. That's fine. Send that here. Send this here. Send that there. Damn, I have a lot of stuff. Units. Destabilize sodium. Semiconductors, that's not bad. Look at that cryo pumps, very nice. I didn't expect this exploration to find me good stuff, but it has. The cryo pumps each are worth 1 mil. So right there, that's 4.5 mil. And the semiconductors aren't worth that much, but I sell these. I don't want to bother to change them into something better. Fusion accelerants. Huh. Okay. Send this here. So before I started playing today, I had like 10 of you see these fuel 200 times 10, which is 2,000 I guess, but I had another one of these 10 of here. I already used up like I guess almost 2,000 already, because all I have left is this. So there's a quick way of making the fuel. You need to make the fuel, you need these resources. You need dihydrogen and tritium. Tritium you can get from asteroid mining, or you can buy from the stations. This is more annoying to get, but you can buy the jellies. I just happen to build my base near a outpost that sells the jellies, and so I just buy them from there and then make them. You don't need a heavy refinery to actually make it, but you need, in order to make this resource here, this resource, which you can't really find, you can only make it, and you need that to make a pulse splitter. Oh damn, my game crashed. I mean, not crashed, froze. That's annoying. Oh well, I guess I'll show the no, actually maybe I should just restart the game now. But yeah, my game froze, so I'm gonna have to restart the stream. Hate when that happens. Well, I'll continue this in a few minutes. That's the only catch. You have to be kind of careful with those.